Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're very close now. We're very close to a new millennium. For a minute. If the last 2,000 years are worth anything, it's because we can learn from them. Just for a second, what legacy you will give to the future? Look around right now. Look at your loved ones. Look at the strangers. Go on, have a good look at those faces and think, what and how can I affect them in the future? What will my legacy be for them and for those yet to be born, for those yet to come? Okay, I'm getting it through now, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at each other. Say goodbye and get ready to say hello.
Well, as they look at each other at the Auckland domain, where there's been a fantastic show on this evening, we go to Dunedin. We go south, where there is a very traditional New Year's celebration each year. This one a very, very special one. We go to the Octagon, packed with people, and there will be the countdown to the year 2000. And listen now, this is Dunedin, the countdown to the millennium. just faintly hear the cipher and the oxygen Dunedin playing Old Lang Syne there. It is now 3 minutes past midnight, 3 minutes into the new century. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy Millennium. And joining us now from the Wellington waterfront is Carlin Latimer. Carlin, did it go off with a bang?
Hello.
Hello, Carlin.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you too from this wonderful fireworks display in Wellington.
Is it still going on?
Yes, it is. I think it's going to last for about another 4 minutes.
What's the mood down there?
Very happy. It was very bored. There'd been not much happening here for the last half hour. The music that was playing was too loud for the older people and not enough hip-hop for the younger people, but the spaceship that flew over didn't light up. It was a bit of a dead duck. But now that the fireworks have started, everybody's cheered and yelling and wishing each other a Happy New Year.
How many people down there, Carlin?
I would say that spread along the whole waterfront, it had to be very close to 70 or 80,000.
Well, it sounds like a huge party. I take it the lights didn't go out when the New Year clicked over?
No, it didn't, although I did have trouble with my cell phone. But it's actually working fine now.
Yeah, and Carlin, no problem as far as the thought is concerned?
The police are having trouble with young, drunk teenagers. There's about half a dozen now down at the police cells being detoxified. Their parents have been called. They're down here among the crowd. There's actually a lot of quite young, drunk people, although none of them that I can see right this moment. There were several on the way in.
Well, we'll leave you to the fireworks on Wellington's waterfront. We now go to Sarah Gregory. She's at Aotea Square in Auckland, where there's been this huge party. How's that gone off? How did the New Year go in there?
Well, the crowd absolutely is exploding with fireworks at the moment. We can't actually see the sky tower because it's absolutely cloudy and there's no visibility at all, but there's a huge crowd now at Aotea Square, and I'd say there'd be 5 or probably not people, 5,000 people that is, and people are cheering, screaming, and just having a great time.
Sarah, that's fantastic. Enjoy yourself. Happy New Year. Sarah Gregory there at Aotea Square. Now to downtown Gisborne, which is going to be the first city or town to see the light of the new millennium. Hugh Chappelle, Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you, Sean, too.
How are things in Gisborne?
Well, things have been ecstatic. It's been so noisy that I've actually tried to record the countdown to midnight, and I'll just tell you a few seconds of it. There's about 17,000 people in the centre of Gisborne. Nobody in Gisborne has seen anything like this in their whole lifetime. It's just absolutely unbelievable the countdown to midnight. So the mayor was supposed to speak for 2 minutes, the town crier was supposed to speak. They were supposed to have the brass band, who virtually after the town crier had spoken for about 30 seconds, he was just absolutely drowned out. The mayor didn't get a look in, neither did the pipe band, and the countdown began. And I had a whole group of children. I was actually looking down on at least 16 or 17,000 people from a rooftop above the town clock, and this is a wee bit of how it sounded. As you can hear, it's absolute bedlam, but joyous bedlam, and nobody in the whole of the 15 or 16 or 17,000 people actually heard the clock striking at midnight. As soon as the countdown, the digital clock that's been counting down for the past 12 months went over to 0000, there was a huge eruption of applause, and right below the clock there was quite amazing sight. 3 men suddenly set themselves on fire, deliberately obviously, and performed a fire act, and that went on for about 35 seconds, I suppose, before they were doused out. So it was absolutely amazing, and the crowd here is just absolutely stunning. I mean, it's just something to be believed. A huge number of people with coloured lights above their heads, some actually wearing them on their heads themselves, and it really is just ecstatic.
Hugh, enjoy yourself. Have a good time. I know you'll be rushing off to bed so you can get up in time for the dawn, won't you?
Well, in fact, there'll be no bed tonight, Sean, because one has to keep working through for the Kerry concert, and of course, at about 49 tomorrow morning, Helen Clark giving the State of the Nation address, and that'll be broadcast live on national radio.
Hugh,
the just on track to
Hugh, hard at it as ever. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for joining us and for all the hard work you're going to be doing in the hours ahead. That's Hugh Chappelle in Gisborne. It's 8 minutes past midnight, 8 minutes into the new century. We go back to Dunedin where we heard those chimes earlier on and we faintly heard the piper. Peter Wells is there. Peter, what's happening in Dunedin and how did it go off down there?
Well, kia ora, Sean, and welcome to the new century. Yes, it's absolutely fantastic here in Dunedin, and we've been extremely lucky because I can see from some of the reports from around the country that the weather hasn't been very good elsewhere. But here in Dunedin we had a perfect day, lovely hot, sunny conditions, and a beautiful sunset, so we're looking forward to a lovely sunrise tomorrow. Still a lot of people in the Octagon here. I thought it might have been a little bit of a fizzer earlier on because it was only in the last hour or so that people just descended on the Octagon and it jam-packed it out.
Peter, thank you very much indeed. That's Dunedin. Across to the west coast now to Greymouth. We're joined by Vicky Mackay. Vicky, how are they doing in Greymouth?
Happy New Year, Sean. Happy New Year, National Radio listeners. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can hear the background noise, but very much like Dunedin, everyone in Greymouth just descended on the clock tower, where at the stroke of midnight there was a fire eater breathing fire, the bagpipes going, and I don't know, probably a couple of thousand people. A lot of people are headed out of town and gone to other West Coast places. Hokitika is pumping. I believe there was one arrest for detox in Hokitika earlier. Been a car accident, but outside of that, nothing major at all. I do notice that the paddy wiki is starting to fill up here in Greymouth with the young person just really having had too much frivolity, but the crowd extremely good. And the police down here, Sean said that it's much quieter than previous years. I believe there's a bit of a great bash going on at Chimes. I don't know if you're going to get down there, but they've got the biggest party in Southwestern, they reckon. It's the Ponga Grove Motel, and they've got about 750 people, mainly overseas tourists, which is very busy for them. That's happening. Hokitika, they had a lantern parade earlier tonight, all sorts of things going on. The coast, as always, fantastic hospitality and great frivolity, and of course the pubs are pumping.
Vicky, it sounds like you're enjoying yourself now. Any Y2K problems? Did the street lights go out? Did any cell phones explode?
No, I'm still here. I'm on the cell phone. It's still working. And I look down the street and lo and behold, the racks are all going. Can't see any problems whatsoever. I did hear, however, in Westport a couple of days earlier, which is interesting, that the Westport Information Centre said that their tourism, I think it's the host software for Tourism New Zealand, had already started crashing because it wouldn't accept dates for 2000. So that's an interesting one to actually to follow out.
Vicky, we will. We've got other places to get to. Thank you for joining us from Greymouth. Lovely as always to talk to you. Happy New Year. Vicky Mackay.
Happy New Year, honey Charles. Bye.
That's Vicky Mackay in Greymouth. It's 11 minutes past 12 now. 11 minutes of the new century. And we're going to Scott's Base in Antarctica, where New Zealand scientists have brought in the new year in what looks like a winter wonderland, even though there, like here, it's in fact the height of summer. Joining us now is communications operator Stefan Freddy. Stefan, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too.
What happened down there to mark the moment?
I'm just looking out the window now, and we've got a whole bunch of Americans here. There's probably about 200 Americans, and Kiwi carrier guys just did a haka in front of the flagpole. So I think the Americans thought that was quite novel.
That was for the new year. Now, it's daylight there at present, so there wouldn't be many fireworks.
No, it's bright daylight, basically. It's as bright as you get in the afternoon.
No, so you haven't had a last sundown, you're not going to get a first dawn?
No, I see the light all the time, so they had some debate about who's the first to see the light, but we sort of lose sight of it, really.
Stefan, what are the temperatures like there at present? It is the height of summer. Does that mean it's shorts and jandals or not?
It has been quite warm lately, but at the moment it's about minus 7.8, which a little cooler than it has been. It's actually got up to just over 1 degree at one point, which was quite tropical, really.
And is there a celebratory dinner or any sort of official ceremony planned besides the impromptu haka?
Well, we've got a huge party going on here at the moment. They've converted half the island maintenance here into a large party zone, and all the Americans have come over from Midtown, and it's pretty loud, actually.
Are you taking part?
No, I'm supposed to be here till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Or this morning, at least.
Stefan, how easy is it for people based down there to get in contact with friends and family here in New Zealand over this special time?
Oh, dead easy. It's just to pick up the phone. We do the old telecom calling card and mini phone here, and you can ring home.
So they can stay in contact with loved ones as the new century comes in.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I've been patching phones all night. The other guys are out in the field. I can patch the phone calls from them, or from someone in New Zealand through to someone out in the field in a tent.
Are you able to watch the new Millennium on television from down there?
Yeah, we actually have a TV1 patched through here, which is a novelty for us. We don't usually get too much TV, so that's going at the moment.
Stefan, thank you very much for joining us. Happy New Year to you and all your colleagues down there on the ice. Anyone you want to say hello to?
Just my family, as you would. My wife and my kids, and all the family in Christchurch, and just, all our mates out there.
When are you due home?
14th of February.
14th of February, I'm sure they'll be looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for joining us. Stefan Freddy, he's a communications operator down at Scott Base in Antarctica, where an impromptu haka in front of some Americans heralded in the new century there. It's 14 past 12 now, and we're crossing to the Beehive, to the Y2K Readiness Centre, where, of course, that crucial time has passed. We are now in the new century. The bug was going to bite. We might expect to see the first symptoms or signs of that now. Paul Diamond's been checking out the scene there. Paul, what's the story?
We've just had a briefing up in the banquet hall in the Beehive from the chairman of the Y2K Readiness Commission, Basil Logan. It was just an introductory briefing explaining what's going to happen, the later thing. For the changeover, a small number of people are actually down in the bunker where the Ministry for Emergency Management is monitoring things. And the changeover happens, the lights stayed on, and they all trusted themselves with breakthroughs.
So, in fact, no problems to report so far?
No, but it is really early. I mean, as I said earlier, we've already seen that the banking sector has switched over okay. It will be some time before we know. The big briefing will be, next big briefing will be at 1 o'clock, which will be a full briefing involving both the Ministry of Emergency Management and the Y2K Readiness Commission, and there'll be other briefings after that. And it really is just going to be a matter of what actually happens from here on in. But the Y2K Readiness Commission is linking up with a lot of the other bits of this, the economy, like banks and telecom and things like that, whereas the Ministry for Emergency Management is talking to the water companies and councils and things around the country.
Paul, would it be fair to say that given that we've ticked past midnight, there's some optimism we're not going to have a major failure?
It's really difficult to tell because it has only just passed, and the fact that we will look out and watch the fireworks with the lights on Wellington still running isn't really an indication. I mean, it was mentioned by Basil Logan, but it is a bit early to tell. But it's an encouraging sign, and as I said, the fact that other bits of the economy have already clicked over already is also a heartening sign.
Paul, thank you very much indeed. That's Paul Diamond. He's our reporter at the Y2K Readiness Centre in the Beehive, keeping a weather eye on developments on the Y2K bug. It would appear so far there have been no problems whatsoever passing in to the new century, the 21st century. Well, it's 16 minutes past 12, but maybe 16 minutes late, but this song still seems very appropriate. Now is the hour there, and we go back now to the Viaduct Basin to Split Enz.